Dr. V with no technical difficulties at this time until Dr. V freezes and we got to move him in and out of the bullpen a couple times. But how you doing, Dr. V?
Doing great. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
I had a great Thanksgiving. How about you? I was with my kids. We were down there. The thing is, it was like a 13-hour drive back yesterday. It was like a 10-hour drive south on the other day. But it's love to see the kids are just getting old, getting bruises, getting all over, getting uglier. What can I say? The kids are getting smarter and I'm getting dumber. It just doesn't work, Dr. V. We're on the downside.
Oh, stop that. Stop that.
Oh, I love it, though. I mean, where else are you going to go? There ain't no better alternative, right?
No better alternative.
I look at it. Dr. V, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, yeah.
Did you eat a lot?
I ate a lot, but not too much because I have a new app on my phone that looks at takes a picture and then it calculates all the calories and what percent is fat and carbohydrate and protein. So I'm keeping track.
Does that stop you from eating?
No, but I'm keeping track.
What good's keeping track? Okay, we love Dr. V. It doesn't stop him from eating. It doesn't slow it down, but it keeps track.
I'm keeping track.
Let me tell you, my grandmother would have loved Dr. V. She loved good eaters. She would have loved you, Dr. V. She would have sucked you down. She would not have let you leave the table. Okay? She would have said, "Oh, I love Joe." But
She's Italian.
Well, she's Jewish. That's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same. Yeah.
Kind of the same. I always
exactly.
The Italian and the Jews are always very much like that. Okay, let's get into our show, Joe. Has Donald Trump done nothing but lie? That's what the question is here. Let's go over a couple things. I think we have to go over a whole lot of issues. Let's talk about it and let's see where he actually tells the truth. Let's start with the most recent instance. Have the Afghan guy who came from Afghanistan, fought with us, and killed the one National Guardsman and shot the other, who's I think is in critical condition. We haven't heard much. She's dead. Now, I'm a big believer that, and you're going to be mad at me, Joe, and I believe in the Constitution, but I have no problem with this guy being found guilty, hanging him in the village square, letting people come in and watch it and leaving his body there for 2 days. I have no problem with that, okay? Because somebody like that deserves it. I don't care if you have mental illness or not. I know you're a psychiatrist, but mental illness doesn't bring people back to life. Mental illness doesn't bring back people that mentally ill people kill. Most don't. I understand that, but this guy does. And I don't even know if he's mentally ill. He's just an Afghan who killed Americans. But who gave this guy asylum to live here in America in April 2025? Was it George?
Wasn't Biden still president in 2025?
Oh, yeah. I thought George Washington was still president.
Oh, George Washington?
Washington or Abe Lincoln or Woodrow Wilson or Hoover.
Must have been Obama.
Must have. You hit it on the nose. It must have been Obama, but it isn't. It's Trump. Donald Trump gave asylum to the murderer of 2 National Guardsmen. Donald Trump gave asylum. Let's say it again. Donald Trump gave asylum to the murderer of 2 National Guardsmen. And all he wants to do is, like everybody else, blame, blame, blame. But he doesn't look at himself and say, I blew it. So he wants to blame Biden. He wants to blame this. Maybe Obama one day. Who knows? But the lie is incredible. And people have to understand. And we're going to go through these lies today, Joe. A whole bunch of them. And I'd like to hear people tell me where I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong here. And remember, this guy fought with us. The problem we're going to have is all those people who fought with us. Hey, Spart. All those people, I know Spart's there, all those people who fought with us in Afghanistan, he's now going to basically try to throw everyone out. All those people who fought with us, just because somebody's out of it, 1 in a million, 1 in whatever it is, and just because Trump was dumb enough to give the guy asylum doesn't mean every other Afghan who fought with Americans should be sent back to Afghanistan to die. It just doesn't make sense. People, we did it in Vietnam. We brought the Vietnamese over who fought with us. citizens. They became major citizens in our country. Right on. What's wrong with that? Why does Trump think that he can hide being the man who provided asylum to this Afghan killer of Americans? And that, so by getting rid of everybody else so we don't talk about it? A real problem, Joe. Let's get to another one. Pete Hegseth. I mean, we're talking Trump. It's all Trump all the way down. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense. Did you know? I want you all to know. Joe didn't know this coming in. He gave me the look, and wow. All we are hearing is that down in South America, that Maduro from Venezuela is pumping in drugs, and that we are blowing up boats that are they're drug runners. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, who knows. The first boat that they went out and blew up, 2 people lived on it. And they were hanging on, just trying to hang on for life. Hegseth killed them. He had them killed. He had another drone or whatever take them out. Think about this. This is murder. This is murder on an incredible scale by the American administration without any evidence or anything. How do they know that happened to be one of them? They were doing it. They had one guy who got off on one. They blew up a boat, and they sent the guy back to where he came from. Why didn't we bring him here? Think how dumb Trump is. You get these guys, if they're alive, you bring them in and you interrogate them and you find out, where are you getting the drugs from? How are you getting the drugs? What are you doing? And who do we go to? And then we know who to go after at that point.
Well, but what happens if they weren't dealing with drugs?
That's what I'm saying. You find out. To me, it's murder. The problem is a lot of them are. There's a great article, I don't know if it's the Journal or the Times the other day, where they're talking to all these people down there. They're all running drugs. A lot of them are. That's how they make money. A lot of them, not the great majority. The problem is we have no idea who they are. We're just doing it. There's a boat. We're going to kill them. We're going to say, wow, we did it. We're tough. We're really, really tough. Okay. That's what Hegseth. That's murder. You don't just kill people. But Trump doesn't care. Hegseth doesn't care. They just say, you're bad. You're dead. Right. So what if they killed an American? He's bad. He's dead. What if they killed a woman? She's bad. She's dead. It doesn't matter. It's just they say it, and that's the way it is. And my problem, then you look at this, and let's take Hegseth a step further. Did you see where he's going after the senators? You know, I didn't agree with the senators and House members, the congressmen who put that video out, former military people, and said, hey, follow the law. Don't do illegal things to the troops. Okay. I don't think it was necessary personally, but these are American military people, former military, unlike our president, who had no backbone, who chickened out from going to Vietnam. Nothing wrong with chickening out, but he was able to pay his way out by his daddy with his bone spurs and be able to sit there and get out. Yet he will turn around and try to have these people court-martialed, I assume. Think about this. They're talking court-martial. They're talking all this. These guys are talking the truth. Trump lies. He talks the truth, but Trump wants to put them out with that. It's really, it's horrible. I'll tell you this. It's definitely going to help him. How about Kelly, Senator Kelly, right? His wife was shot. His wife was shot and has worked her way through it, but had real issues. Shot by a terrorist, by a thug. Trump never talks about that, but Kelly says we got to do it right. Kelly fought for America. Kelly was an astronaut. Kelly is a real American, okay? He's going after Kelly. Hegseth, what did Hegseth do in the Air Force? He put on some tattoos. He does little girl pull-ups. He can't do real pull-ups. He does little girl pull-ups, and he sits there and he's gonna get these people, who knows what he's going to do, throw them in the brig. He's going to bring these 6 or 8 people in and throw them in the brig. These are American representatives. These are Americans who fought for America, Joe, who fought for America. And this TV dude who's running around having people killed, taking people out, now wants to sit them and probably throw them in the brig. I'll tell you this. When this administration is over, assuming we're okay, That guy should be indicted. He should be, Texas should be indicted big time. And if I were him, I'd be a little nervous because they're going to go after him and he belongs in jail. There's no question about it. The guy just murders. He doesn't care. He has people murdered. He doesn't know. How do we know these 80 some odd people they killed or whatever are all bad? How do we know? Isn't that great? So he does that. Incredible. It's now on top of that, he got rid of the whole press corps. He only has a group of people who kiss his butt that he lets in. They all have to have a big meeting. Yeah, it's great. But they lie for him. They cover for him. That's not the press in there. It's the Ministry of Disinformation. As they go in, yet they still kill people. And Trump, who brought that Afghan in for asylum, who allowed him in on asylum, is not sitting there and saying, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. He can't do that, can he, Joe? How come he can't do it, Joe? Okay? How come? You tell me, Joe. He did it. Let's go on to some more of these lies. Another big one. He's killing all these guys who supposedly and maybe are bringing drugs. They're not bringing them into America. They're taking them somewhere else. Did you see where he just pardoned or he's about to pardon the former Honduran president who was hit with a 45-year sentence here in America for dealing cocaine and pumping cocaine into America? Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, Trump's pardoning him. The guy's in jail for 45 years for pumping cocaine into America, and Trump pardons him. Hey, why not? Because he wants the Honduras to like him. What does that mean? Think about it. He took a drug dealer, a massive drug dealer, and he's letting them out. Why is Trump doing this? Tell me. He wants to kill supposed drug traffickers, but he lets this drug trafficker, this massive drug overlord, this former Honduran president, a drug overlord, out of jail so he can go back to Honduras. Isn't that great? Isn't that great, Joe? Now, that was proven in court that the guy was an overlord. It was proven in court that the guy made zillions by allowing the transit and pushing the transit of drugs. All this was proven in court, but he's off. But they can't prove any of this other stuff in court, and they just kill him. Why not? That's fun. We can just do that. Let's look in Chicago. Okay, I love hitting all these things. Okay,
there you go.
That's
the theme going.
I'm waiting to hear. Thank you. One thing that Trump has said that's true. He said he's been arresting violent offenders in Chicago. Operation, what was it? Midway Blitz or something like that. Well, there's a whole article in the Washington Post. It's beautiful. I read the whole thing. Out of 4,000 people arrested in Chicago by Trump, I call it Trump. It's his thugs who are picking these people up. Only 120 of the 4,000 were picked up for murder and crossing the border. So they've only shown maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 that were murderers. The rest crossed the border. They're illegal. They might as well. So what's about the other 3,800 people who are there? What about them who got picked up? What are they doing? And then we find this out. Border Patrol is picking these people up. What is Border Patrol doing in Chicago?
What?
I love your responses. This is great. What is Border Patrol doing in Chicago? That guy they always have.
Canadian border? I don't know. What border are they guarding?
Border. Chicago's a bit of a distance from the Canadian border. It ain't like up in the Niagara Falls or anything. And it's not like anybody swimming in on the Great Lakes, okay? So you got this going on, and they're sitting there at the border, and all these people are in jail. All these people are in jail. But we don't see this. Nobody sees this. People aren't allowed to talk to these people. And when you go to talk to these people, the Border Patrol beats them up. The thugs beat them up, hit them with, the helicopters drop the guys on, they can shoot tear gas on from the top. You know, the pepper spray bomb, they hit the priest or whoever in the back of the head. They don't care. Border Patrol. What border are they? Is it the Chicago Metro border from the, I don't know, Evansville Metro border? I don't know. That's what he's doing. He lies. More lies. I haven't looked at the mosh pit yet, Joe, but I'm waiting to see if people are ready to tell me where I'm wrong. I haven't heard it yet. Let's get to even the other stuff we've been banging. It's been so obvious. The economy, no inflation. 3% inflation, Joe, and it's been nonstop with all that stuff, okay? Nonstop. How about, let's hit a couple other just for fun, okay? He stated that Biden had the highest inflation history of our country, but that was in 1920. Was Biden president in 1920? Trying to figure this. He claims the U.S. gave Ukraine $350 billion when it was $90 to $134 billion. He sits there and says Obama only gave Ukraine sheets when the Obama administration provided over $600 million in security assistance. And this is the best part, the no gratitude that's out there. He's there and he's turning Ukraine. He's surrendering Ukraine, Joe. He is surrendering Ukraine. This guy is surrendering Ukraine to Russia. And he says he's doing it for business, for economics. What economics are we getting? The Trump Moscow hotel? Is that what we're going to get? His boy Witkoff is in there. He's going to make real money. What are we doing with Russia? How are we going to make economic deals? Can you make a deal with Russia? You know they'll nationalize you in a second. You know they'll blow you away. You know Putin will push you out a window. Who cares? But you have a democracy in Ukraine. And this is the best part. There seems to be some corruption in there, but they're firing everybody. Do you see them fire everybody in Russia? No, they just push them out the window. Do you even know? Right. They're firing everybody. They're calling it out. The people are happy that they're being satisfied. This is what a democracy does, or at least an open society does. They call out where the problems are and they bring it in. But Trump, he just figures, I'm going to make a lot of money on this. How's America going to make money with Russia? What are we going to do? Are we going to have our CIA work with their KGB? Are we going to have our military work with their military? Is he crazy? He loves Putin. It's a love that I've never seen. It's an unrequited love because Putin doesn't love him. He loves Putin. Putin doesn't love anybody except himself and his dog. He loves his dog and he loves himself, but there's nobody else. I'm just going through facts. I haven't looked, Joe. I don't know if you've been looking at the mosh pit. I'm just laying it out here, okay? If I'm wrong, show me where I'm wrong. Let's get a few more. How about the tariffs? They're not affecting anything, are they? No. Inflation's only up 3%. That's nothing, right? Oh, it's the tariffs aren't taxes, are they? No. Tariffs aren't something that we pay. No. I went to the store the other day. Wow. We went to a pizza place. 2 kids, 2 adults, a salad, a really good pizza, sodas and everything with tips, $60. That's down south, Joe. Incredible. What are we doing, Dr. V? And he says there's no inflation. It's affordable. It's affordable to live in America. You know, it is when you got billions of dollars. It is when the president of the United States lets the rich people make zillions. There's this big article today. It was a really good article. I'm going to pull this right up for you because I'm trying to stay on all this. Just so you all know, Joe wanted facts because Joe's a fact machine. So let's hit this one here. What is this? Silicon Valley. This is the New York Times this morning. Headline. Silicon Valley's man in the White House is benefiting himself and his friends. This guy, David Sachs, who's the Trump administration's AI and crypto czar, is, along with being a czar, is being a treasury guy because all the money goes into his treasury. He's making zillions. They give you these, I'm selling. I've gotten rid of all my conflicts of interest. There's no it's a walking conflict of interest. They go in, he brings his guys in. They're making billions at the extent of the American people. Trump doesn't care. His rich people don't care. Microsoft doesn't care. Facebook doesn't care. None of them care. They're just happy to rip off the American people and make billions while people have to sit there and pick up the scraps. I'm down south. You know what was hitting big? The outlets. The day before the day of Thanksgiving or whatever, day before or the day of. Outlets are everywhere, but everybody. So I talked to some of the people at the outlets. I don't like buying clothes. I hate it. But I'm down there because I got yanked. You know, I'm with everybody. I got yanked. Oh, let's go. Why are you here? I can't afford to go to the regular places. It's too expensive. Why not? I'm just talking to these people. They're like really cool. Why not? Well, I need the deal. I don't make as much money. Joe, my wife thought I was crazy. I'm just cruising around the microphone. I'm just cruising. Hey, I like your clothes. What do you like? Why don't you go here? It's easy to ask questions. What, when, where, how? What, when, where, how, why? You just ask questions. And people are generally glad to answer them. Well, why are you getting this? Well, how much would this have cost you in this store over here? Double. Right. Why didn't you go there and get it? I can't afford that. I can get my Lululemons. That's what this was. I was at one of the Lululemon places. I saw them. It's an outlet. You know, it popped up. They were getting prices 30, 40%, 50% off. I'm talking to the people. You know, I don't buy anything. Look at how I look. Look at this mug. I ain't buying anything. I can't look good like Dr. V. He's great looking. Me? He's, you know, he doesn't have to put makeup on. Me, I won't even consider putting makeup on. Look, it doesn't do anything. Yes, it's real. But it doesn't do much. And the glasses are real also. But I'm talking to these people, and they're telling me I can't afford it. I said to them, well, let me ask you, after you buy all these clothes, are you going to go out tomorrow and go out and eat? No. Are you going to McDonald's? I asked them. No. Some people said McDonald's is giving us kind of good meals. I can now go there twice a week. Oh, you can go to McDonald's twice a week? Yeah, because they have these value meals. This is what people are telling me. You know, I don't eat red meat, so I won't go to McDonald's. So that's what people are telling me. And I'm listening. I'm going, people are really bummed. And I say to them, why do you think these prices are so high? And I hear this from everybody. Because the rich people are ripping us off. You hear it from everybody. The rich people are getting it. They see it. And Trump is proud of it. It's economics. Let's put money in our pockets. Ours, him, not in our pocket. Who cares about America? Who cares about Americans? Let's take the money from Americans. Let's let them. How about the million people that are going to be losing jobs according to the Challenger numbers? How about the 15,000 that lost at Verizon? How about all these other people who are getting laid off? And once again, the people who are losing jobs from AI are those who can't get it. Why aren't these corporations taking these billions and billions and billions of dollars are making from the big, beautiful tax bill that they get to put in their pocket and put it into their workers? Why can't they take their workers and say, instead of laying you off, or if I lay you off, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to show you what these new jobs are going to be like. Such you all know, Joe disagreed with me on this a few weeks back, but I think he's been changing. I believe it's not government. The corporations got to do it. If government is going to feed the pockets of the corporations, then the corporations should take that money and give it back to the people. And if people are going to be laid off, then teach them. What's AI going to do? Get ready for the new AI jobs and teach these people so you can bring them back as the AI jobs open up. What are you doing? Why do you take Americans? It's like what we did with the people in West Virginia when we closed coal down. Why do we take Americans and screw them? Why is the Trump administration focused on lies? You know why? All these we've already said. Has anybody countermanded me, Joe? I've stayed away from the mosh pit. I don't even want to look at it while I'm talking to you right now because I want to just lay it out there. Then we'll get back and you'll tell me if anybody has said, Mark, you're wrong, and shown me how I've been wrong. It normally isn't that way. It's Mark, you're a schmo. Mark, you're this. Mark, you're that. Dr. V, you don't know what you're talking about. We always hear that stuff. But I want to see some facts. Because all the president does is he's lying. This has nothing to do with right wing or left wing. It doesn't matter if you're MAGA or you're, I don't know, Mandani supporters. Bottom line is this. He's killing Americans. It's horrible. How about Scott Bessent, his Secretary of the Treasury, when they said, oh, man, inflation is so high. What should we do, Secretary Bessent? He says, be patient. and move. Joe, you going to move from Philly? You're just going to move from Philly because inflation is too high? Yeah, how are people going to move? They can't keep their job if they move, if they have a job. So what are they going to do? Just up and leave? And the employer says, we don't want you online. We want you here working. Joe, I'm really having an issue here, Joe. I'm working it, Joe. Joe is Mr. Data. Joe is Mr. Data. Okay, here we go. The border. 21 million migrants were allowed in by Biden. Yeah, right. The problem we have here is that we have a president who actually was successful at closing the border. Successful at closing the border. But nobody else is coming in. So what are you worried about? But why are you turning around, Mr. President, and arresting Americans and sending border patrol out there? Border patrol out there. While you're letting out a former Honduran president who pumped, I don't know, billions, I don't know, hundreds of millions of drugs into America and made Americans addicted to cocaine. He was the cocaine king, and Trump is letting the cocaine king out of jail. Donald Trump, let's get this straight. Donald Trump, who's killing little boats and stuff, what are you doing there? Is that going to somebody in Colombia? I don't know. The bottom line is he is turning around and and allowing this guy out who you know what's going to happen when he goes back to Honduras, don't you, Joe? He's going to be leading the drugs again. He's going to be pumping more cocaine into America. But do you think that President Trump cares that he let off somebody who is the cocaine king and sends them back to Honduras? Why did he do that? I know Trump doesn't do drugs, so why did he do it? What's he getting out of this, Joe? I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear. Let's hit some more things, some more facts as we're going along. He still says that January 6th was a joke. No, it wasn't. January 6th was a whole bunch of people coming in trying to take over Congress, and they did. They did take over Congress, and even the MAGA guys were running away from it. But they were all good. Let's just let them off. Meanwhile, a lot of those people who he gave pardons to are now back in jail for breaking the law once again as soon as they started coming in, as soon as they got out. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Joe, we are Devo. The reason we are Devo and devolution is because in the old days, in the 1800s, people were able to make big money on politics. That's what it was back then. But we cleaned it up. We had a civil service. We had a whole bunch of laws that said rich people can't take advantage of poor people, and government can't just hire their right-hand people so they can fill their pockets with loot, and they can fill their pockets with gold, and they can fill their pockets with lucre. I'm throwing the old-time words out here because maybe I'm grandpa. I don't know. But they're real English words, and it's called corruption. And not only, so what he does is, why all these lies? You lie because you're corrupt. And when you're corrupt, you gotta lie so that people don't deal with your lies. Don't deal with your corruption. They run with your lies. But still, the best part is, while ICE and Trump are locking up Americans, Trump is letting out the cocaine king. Let's get this again. The cocaine king, Trump's best buddy. Oh, I don't know who he is. I heard he was a good person. Trump is letting out the cocaine king who was in jail for 45 years for what? But he blows up little boats and then blows up people who are just treading water. Hey, might as well kill them all. Why not? They can't do anything to us. And get ready for when we start bombing Venezuela. You know the sad thing about this? Maduro is a thug, the head of Venezuela. Please go into Just an American Citizen. Look at all my stuff in there. I talked about Maduro years ago. Said he was a thug. Their gas was called city service. If you ever saw it when you were driving around, I said boycott city service. But should we go in there and just start blowing people up and just murdering people? Is that what we should do? Or would it be better to just let Trump keep giving asylum to these murderers so they can come here and kill Americans, right? Does Trump admit it? He doesn't admit bupkis. He is letting these murderers come into America. He is letting these cocaine dealers come into America. Then he lets them, then he blames everybody else for it. 45 years this guy's in jail, Joe. 45 years. He's out in like 2-3 years pumping cocaine. Let me ask you, you're the addiction specialist. Is cocaine addictive?
Yeah, that would be a fair assessment.
It is a fair assessment. So what would you think when you hear that the cocaine king from Honduras is being released by Trump? The cocaine king from Honduras is being released by Trump. Is he a good man? Trump's not a good man. What do you think, Joe? Isn't he going to pump more cocaine? What is that? Now, it helps you because you'll get more patients.
Yeah.
You get more. Did you see the article?
I'm not worried about
that article I sent you. I just remembered about the new way to do therapy. I sent you that article where they're using AI. I sent you that. Did you read it? Joe doesn't read my articles. I try to throw stuff to Joe. It's this new one because he's involved in the same stuff. So when I see it, I send it to Joe. Does Joe listen? No. Joe just says, I'll see my PB on Sunday, maybe if he's lucky. I'll put on my makeup. He has to call me and get it going. Either way, just threw that on the side. God, I love this guy. What can I tell you? I love him. But Joe, cocaine, you got the cocaine king. Trump's letting the cocaine king out. Why? Joe, isn't this going to hurt America by Donald Trump letting the cocaine king out of jail? Isn't that going to hurt America, Joe? Tell me.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. But the question is, why did he do it? And
politics.
If his story is consistent, he did it because it benefits him in some way. And how would it benefit him?
Well, because what he did was there are these right-wing guys running in Honduras to be president, and he wants them to win, the one guy to win. So he thinks by letting this guy off, because he's a buddy of this guy. So this other guy running must be a cocaine king too, or he may be a cocaine prince. Okay, so Trump thinks by letting this guy off, they will elect that guy down there so Honduras does whatever he wants Honduras to do. But who cares? But who cares? The issue is that Donald Trump has allowed a cocaine dealer, a massive cocaine dealer from South America, he's letting walk. Who cares the reason? There's no good reason. The guy hasn't said, gosh, I'm sorry, I'm going to try to turn people in. No, he's going to just probably get a first-class flight on Trump Airlines back to Honduras and be able to make his money again. Is it any different than letting all the other guys make their money? At least they're a bit legal. But why do you let Meta and all these guys make their money, Joe? All they're doing is addicting our kids to their algorithms. What are they doing that's good for us? Is Meta doing anything that's good for us or Facebook? No. What are they doing? Nothing. Is ChatGPT doing anything good for us? AI's okay. ChatGPT is horrible now, by the way. It's like, got handled. But I use it. I don't use it anymore. But you sit there and you go, we let these guys make all this money. All these major money billionaires in America, and they pump the money back to Trump, and then he pumps the money back into their pockets. And now he's going to be pumping all this money to Vladimir Putin while we sit there and we're going to give them our secrets. We're going to turn over American secrets to Vladimir Putin. Why? This is horrible. This guy does not care about America. He is the great disuniter. Did you hear the other day? I'm tired of the way he talks. Oh, the governor of Minnesota, he's retarded. Let me tell you, when I was in elementary school, and I'm not going to say Joe did it, we had what was called the retarded group. And we would all sit there and go, that's kind of weird.
You can't use that word.
You can't use that word. It's horrible. It's horrible. But the president of the United States uses that word along with so many others. This is the most recent one to call Americans names. While at the same time, Joe, I keep coming back to this, he gives asylum to an Afghan murderer, kills 2 National Guardsmen. He gave asylum to an Afghan murderer who killed 2 Americans. And what's his response? Send 500 more National Guards in. That's going to work. What are you going to give them all? M16s? Tell them to start firing at everybody? No. The D.C. police now have to protect them. What are they even doing there? It doesn't make sense. He's putting Americans in the front lines and getting shot. By putting the National Guard in, he's putting National Guardsmen in there to get shot. And then what he does is he sends his thugs out, the Border Patrol, to take people and beat them up, tie them up, and put them in jail. I'm going to put them in cars, drive them away, and nobody knows anything. Then they lie about everything, while at the same time, his boys are putting all that cash into their pocket. Joe, I'm going to take a breath, see if you can keep our viewers rocking here, and I'm going to look down into the mosh pit and turn it over to you for a minute. Go for it, Joe.
Well, since we've been getting too many viewers, I see it's time for me to talk a little bit to calm down this tsunami of viewers that we have going.
Get him, Joe. Get him, Joe.
But I don't disagree with anything that you're saying, but my concern is, what are we going to do about it? And it's one thing to rage, view, and to be upset and angry, but I'm not sure that does very much. And I think the way we deal with it is by looking at our own behavior and what do we do to bring light into the world. And clearly Trump is not interested in bringing light to the world. He's interested in lining his own pockets and taking care of people who are his buddies. And he's very much interested in what's in his self-interest right now. He's not looking to the future of the country. And I think the country was built on different principles. It was built on the sense of bringing people together. That stew that you often talk about, where people from different cultures come together, and that's what makes this country great. And there's some hints, though, I have to say, that people are standing up to him now, and there's cracks in his armor, and that's what I'm sort of enthusiastic about, and that's what I'm hopeful about, that the judicial system on occasion is standing up to him. People in Congress occasionally are standing up to him. And I noticed that there's some decline in his popularity, not among Democrats, but among Republicans. And I do want to relate one experience that I had this week. I have a fantasy group chat.
A group chat.
Okay. And most of the people in the fantasy group chat are pro-Trump, and they voted for Trump. But this week, one of the guys in group chat said that he filled up his tank and it was over $3 a gallon. And he was upset because he said, when I voted for Trump, I thought it'd be less than $2 a gallon. It's not happening. And even though the price of gas is a little bit less during this past year, he's upset because not enough is happening to change the economy. And that's why he voted for Trump. And there are people who defended Trump and that sort of thing. But I can see that there's beginning to be cracks in the people who are supporting him because they feel betrayed. They feel that he really is not out for their interests. He doesn't care about them. And so it's becoming increasingly obvious. And we need to highlight how we do care. We need to show that we're for America, for the original principle of what America is about, which is about freedom, giving people the option of pursuing happiness, bringing people together. Everyone has a right. Everyone is created equal. And that's what America is all about. And the notion of citizenship, that we're here to help each other, not just to help ourselves. And I think that's the America that we want to get back to. And I get a sense that people are now tired of just an administration that's interested in only caring about their own interest. So I don't know, what are they saying in the mosh pit?
Well, thank you. I'm going into the mosh pit, Joe. And let me tell you, the way Joe feels is the way I feel. We just ain't getting there because we can't get there till we get rid of these people who are at the top, who are making all this money and refuse to let the lower and middle class people live. Take money. They'll be starting January 1, Joe. What are we talking? 2 weeks? What's going to happen to their health insurance? What's going to happen to their health insurance?
It's really not good.
Nobody's talking that way now. Health insurance premiums are going to be going up 20, 50, 70% on Americans. starting in January. And do these guys say, well, look, let's be smart. We've only been sitting on this for 10 or 16 years. Let's extend it for a year and promise we're going to sit down and make a deal. The congressmen, they're not going to do it. They won't. They refuse. So people will get no health care, so many of them, as it goes along. How about food for the poor people? Poor, regular Americans. Military guys, I see them are in line to get food. Think about it. Military in line to get food. Trump says he supports the military. Hexas says he supports the military. How are you supporting American military if you're not letting them eat? If you don't give them enough to eat? Let's jump into the mosh pit, Joe. I see Guillermo's with us. I haven't seen Guillermo in my Guillermo. Love you. We got some guy coming in here, Joe. Obedient, fire, or whatever. I agree. Trump won't be indicted. We're not saying Trump's going to be indicted. We're saying Heggs is going to be indicted when they're finally out of office, because he should be. Obedient, boring child talk. Do you find, Obedient, that child talk is the truth? Do you have trouble with the truth? I listen to these guys, Joe. Obedient, thank you. You can say what you want. We encourage right and left wing and middle on our mosh pit. We love our mosh pit. The mosh pit's the greatest, but come up with something. Boring child talk. Number one, I'm a grandpa. I ain't no child anymore. And so is Dr. V. And we've been around the sun a whole lot of years. And we are giving you facts. F-A-C-T-S, not F-A-X. F-A-C-T-X, okay? It's those who don't want to deal with facts that talk about F-A-X, facts. Sorry. Obedient, give me some facts. Show me where I'm wrong. Guillermo, I do love you. I see Guillermo's back. I missed Guillermo. I didn't see Guillermo in a while. Joe, who are we going to? Trump the immigrants?
Just the unforgettable. His gas in his state is only $2.48.
Well, that's great. I'm happy to hear it. Come on any other states and see what's happening. Anyway, how much is the food? How much is the health care?
How much did it cost to buy your turkey this year?
Right. How much?
Mine was over $100.
Outrageous. Depends on how big it is.
Used to be free turkeys.
Guillermo's talking military going to war in Venezuela. It's horrible. He's setting it up. It looks like Trump's going to war. I thought Trump was America first. Is America first blowing up guys in little boats? Is America first letting cocaine dealers out of jail? I know I keep coming back to this, but think about it. Trump is allowing cocaine dealers, the former president of Honduras, in jail for 45 years, and he's just letting them go. Why not? Hey, so everybody else can make their money? Who's this guy here? Okay, Trump lost his court cases. He sure did there early. He sure did. And this is the other thing I like. Hey, Joe, let me throw this out to you. Hegseth is such a liar. I don't even think he knows English, okay? He knows how to do tattoos. He likes chicks, and he runs around. And he thinks he's tough by getting rid of the media and wants those who kiss his butt running around. But he sits there and says he's got the greatest military lawyers and civilian lawyers looking at what he does and saying everything's okay. Another lie. They fired all of those people. They fired all the real military lawyers. They fired all the civilian lawyers who sat there and said, you don't kill people. That's murder. You don't just go and kill people. Hegseth's the one who's going to be indicted, and he should be, because he's proud of killing these people. He doesn't know anything about, but I don't see him saying it's wrong to let this cocaine dealer out of the jail to go back to Honduras to really pump more cocaine into America. I don't see that. Doc Holliday, what was inflation during Biden? Inflation exploded up. We've talked about it before. Fair question, Doc Holliday. I did like that. You know, what can you say? At the OK Corral, right on, man. And Val Kilmer was the best Doc Holliday, by the way, Doc.
He was a good Doc Holliday.
I thought he was a great Doc Holliday. I'm throwing it out to you, Doc. I don't know if you were into Val Kilmer. I thought Val Kilmer was great, and he was the best Doc Holliday as far as I'm concerned. But inflation was, we were in a shutdown. Then the economy opened up immediately, and the Republicans and the Democrats passed a bill to pump cash out for everybody. It was a bipartisan bill, Doc. It was a bipartisan bill. And what happens is when everybody's living in their homes, not spending money, suddenly out went the cash. People went out to buy things. Inflation exploded. Then it started coming down. His last year, Biden's last year, inflation was the same as it is now. Was the same as it is now, or a little less. So it was the same. It just went up and down, because when you come out of a shutdown, when you come out when people aren't making money and aren't spending, and you put money in their pockets, they're going to spend it. The problem is this: they put more money in the pockets of the billionaires. They put more money in these people's pockets, and they think they got it coming to them. These guys are going, oh, he's for business. He ain't for business. Business means taking care of Americans. You know when the business was great in America, the 50s and then, I'm not talking anything but business. It's because Americans made money. Americans had jobs. The businesses were growing, and we worried about American employees. And that's how it works. And the employers weren't super billionaires then. Musk wants to be a trillionaire. How does that help John Doe, John Q. Smith, LaRonda, whoever, any names? It doesn't matter. People who aren't making money. What about mile-long food lines in cars? How sick is this? The only difference between that line and the line from the Depression is that was in black and white, and this is in color. And these people were in cars. It's horrible. He's doing nothing. Okay. Trump's been president a year. You're right, Dr. V. Oh, Dr. V's right on that. Did you see what the leftists did to the Walmarts? I don't know what the leftists did to the Walmarts. Who cares? Most people are going to Walmart. I went to Walmart. It's cool. It's cheaper. The food's okay there. They got good stuff. I have no problem going to Walmart. What did he do? What did he do? Guillermo, you're so right. Likes Putin more than Zelensky. It's obvious. Guillermo's so right on for that. He doesn't just like Putin, though, Guillermo. He loves Putin. He loves Putin. He's like, no, Putin, Vlad. I'm mad at you, Vlad. I'm mad. I don't want you bombing them. Oh, Melania cares. They don't care. So what? Every day, Ukrainians are getting smashed, and Trump is kissing the butt of Vladimir Putin. Trump and his buddy Witkoff, when they put up that Trump hotel, it's going to be the Trump Witkoff Moscow hotel. And then we'll wait for Kushner, his son-in-law, to come in, because then Russia will give him a couple billion, like the the Saudis gave him a couple billion and said, hey, go spend it. Doesn't matter if we take a bone saw and chop people up. If you, the Trump administration, thinks it's good, we can all make money. Let's make money. And I'll throw it all your way. That's what these guys do. Trump wants money, period. It ain't helping the American economy. Isn't that incredible? Think about it. All these billions of dollars we're here is going to the American economy. Is it? Nope. Okay, low testosterone. Let me tell you something. Who's that? John Lucci? Right on. Mistake. Look at Dr. V. Look at Dr. V. That's testosterone, okay? That's the fact check. So liberals don't have low testosterone.
Show them your abs, Mark.
I don't have to show them enough. I'd take it off anything. But bottom line is, I probably look better than a lot of these guys. I definitely look better.
No question.
I definitely look better in the headset, that I can do more pull-ups than that goose.
I bet.
And his push-ups look like jokes, too. I've never seen anything like, but he's got tattoos, so he's got to be tough. And he likes to drink a lot and be with the chicks. I mean, why not, huh? Let's go to the gentlemen's clubs while we're blowing up people, and it doesn't matter if two people say, just blow them up. Let's get some more. I love this. Okay, why didn't Biden do what, Doc? I don't know. Who's president now? It's Trump. Say it. Doc, your English is lacking. I would move out of Philly. It's real bad here. You know that firsthand. Joe hasn't moved out of Philly. I've gone to Philly. And let me ask you something. Philly is cool. Let me ask you something. Why are you moving out of Philly? If Philly's that bad, maybe it's because we have a president who's killing the economy. Maybe it's because we have a president who's letting inflation run wild. Maybe it's because we have a president who is locking up Americans, and throwing Americans out of the country. That's our president. God, I get worked up. Man, I hate it, because I love America. This is just an American citizen, our channel, because we love America. And just an American citizen for 11, 12 years, we've had an American flag there because we believe in America. We do, not Trump. Trump believes in Trump, and that's all that money. And once again, remember, it has nothing to do with right or left. Why do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene's having such a problem? Why are all these other people having a problem? And Trump still keeps talking retarded. Then the government says you're retarded. I'm telling you, that's like how we talked in elementary school. Remember that, Joe? We would say, you're retarded, you're retarded. That's Donald Trump talking. Isn't that sick? Isn't that sick? Well, he takes bundles of money and puts it in his family's pocket. Bundles! Just takes it. The only good thing about this crypto, it's been going down so hard, is Trump's losing big money. But we already have billions and billions and billions. What difference does it make? Okay. Stupidest president ever? He ain't stupid. That's the sad thing, Hank. He came in ready to screw people. He came in ready to lie. He ain't stupid. He just keeps putting the jive out there, and people want to go for it. And that's why we're calling it out. Trump is not stupid. If people think Trump's stupid, you're misunderstanding this guy. He's smart. Look at all the money he's making. Look at all the money all the rich people are making. Look at all the money he's having them throw at him. Did you notice as a little side thing, his architect thinks that East room is too big, the ballroom? Yeah, right. Okay, Diane, Trump. I'm with you if that's how you believe, but tell me what he's doing that's good. Absent shutting down the border, Diane, what has he done that's good? You no common sense whatsoever? Lim, give me facts. This is what I love. We beg MAGAs to come on. We beg the super left to come on. We don't care. But you say typical delusional blue voters. Okay, where's the facts there? No common sense. Where's the facts there? Whatsoever. Where are the facts there? Whatsoever. Childish and pathetic, but no facts. Lim, give me facts and show me where we have been incorrect. Oh, Dr. V put it in there too, I see. I'm so far behind. I'm just working my through. Insults are great, aren't they? They're easy. Anybody can insult anybody. It's like calling somebody retarded.
No, first off, let me say I appreciate people's comments and their
We all do.
So that's fantastic. But if you can back up what you say with facts, then we can have a rational discussion. But if you want to throw insults in there, that's fine. Doesn't bother me. I'm not going to get upset about it. Great to get your feedback. That's all.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's what it comes down to. I don't care. I'm not on social media. Who cares? Okay. Then we have here Barbara Smith, BS, January 6th was set up by Nancy Pelosi. No, it wasn't. It was a takeover by Trump's people. He set them up. He went out there and said, go, I'll meet you there. He did it the day before. He got everybody worked up. It was an out and out push by Trump. He had every chance to bring in the National Guard. Remember this, guys. He's bringing the National Guard everywhere else. How come he couldn't bring it into D.C. then when they took over the Capitol? Because he doesn't care. Okay. January 6th, domestic terrorist. It sure was. Where are we? Trump is weaker than he has ever been, but he's not weak enough. He's doing it for money. You are so right, Zeke. Oh, God, we got some great a
lot of good comments.
Because he and his buddies can expand or create more companies in Venezuela. I love it, Zeke. He said he's right. Probably when they bomb Maduro or when he leaves and goes to Turkey, keep that in mind. He may send him to Turkey. That's the only place they like him. He'll be a Venezuela Trump. There'll be a Venezuela Trump Hilton. It'll be something, right? Because that's what he wants it all over again. Oh, man, Kenshin, I like you. People forget what the South and Central America, what we did down there with Nicaragua and all that stuff when we were in it. Yeah, we had some real left-wing crazies down there. But how about what's his name, Joe? The guy from, Senior Moment. What's his name? Who was involved in pumping the munitions for Trump, the guns and everything to, who was it? The anti-Nicaragua, the Contras, and he got in trouble for it and he had to testify to Congress. Come on. He became a celebrity for a while. You know what I mean. That's the same thing. That's exactly what happened. I see his face. I'm sorry. I just forgot the name. I apologize. Free access to oil. Yeah, but the problem is, Rick, they're going to have to rebuild all where all the oil is. They let the whole thing fall apart. All their pumps don't work. And then what are we going to do? Be involved in another guerrilla war? What is this? Is he looking to make this another Libya or or where we had a big hand in getting rid of the big man there, or how about Iraq or any of these other places, we're going to be stuck. Vietnam, what do you want to do with Gaza? Yeah, he made a resort. And let's remember that. What has Trump done in the Middle East? He got the hostages back, but has he done anything else, Joe? Nothing. There's still bombs going off, people getting killed. It's in Lebanon, it's in Syria, it's in Israel, it's in Gaza. It's still kill, 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 kill. But Trump wants his peace trophy. He did nothing there. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong. He got the hostages back. Biden got some of them back before Trump did. But he got some of the hostages back. What else has he done? Zero. Z-E-R-O. Here we go. Joe Powers. So I worry about his policy about taking care of drug dealers and bring stuff. Why don't you stop being, this is what Joe Powers says. Why don't you stop being so fascinated the way he talks? Stop worrying about his policy about taking care of drug dealers that are bringing stuff. I'm kind of lost there, Joe. My point is this. Donald Trump has released or is releasing the head of the cocaine syndicate in Honduras who was in America and found guilty and put in jail for 45 years. The former president of Honduras pumping America with cocaine, Joe. Pumping them. These are facts, Joe. Look it up. Pumping America with cocaine, and he's letting them out. Trump's letting them out. That's what I'm fascinated with. He says, I'm against drugs. I'm going to kill these people running around. But how about this big presidente who made all this money, pumped cash in his pocket, and flooded America with cocaine? Oh, here we go. Joe, retarded. Joe's calling names. Joe, are you in 6th grade or is it 5th grade? I love you, but give us some facts, will you, Joe? Come on. Here we go again. Joe's just throwing it out there. Not you, Joe. Joe's just throwing it out. I'm getting really started. Again, retarded. Supporting Joe Biden, vote an enemy of America. Do me a favor, Joe. Write it so I can understand what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying. Some of it just doesn't make sense. Oh, here we go. Ian Massey. Ian. Retired lefty moron BS video. Really? Well, I'm retarded. Oh, he's another retarded. They're all into the retarded. Wow. Joe, if we hit on a word, they're retarded. Everybody's retarded. These Trumpers, they love retarded. But it isn't. Retarded is elementary school. And what do we talk about? Retarded lefty moron bullshit video. Okay. Tell me how we're retarded. Tell us how we're morons. Tell us how it's BS, but it's definitely a video. Good, you got one word right. Get a life, man. I got a life. I got a good life, David. I like my life. I got no complaints. I'm working hard. I got a nice family. I got a great friend in Joe. 50-some years, this man and I yell at him. I scream at him. I tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about. I know better because I love him. He's great. Come on, don't tell me I don't know. We have lived together. Joe's just giving me grins today. He's being nice to me. I can't believe it.
I'm not slowing down the momentum. You're doing great.
Thank you. James. So Trump signed his asylum. James, Trump allowed the asylum. It's got nothing to do with the judge. Trump okayed the asylum of this Afghan killer who killed a National Guardsman and critically wounded another. Don, that's a fact, James. Let's say it again. Donald Trump signed the asylum papers to allow, or whatever, whomever did. Maybe he did it with one of those motorized ones that he doesn't like, Joe, or he doesn't sign it, the RoboPen. It was Trump's administration that allowed this Afghan killer to come here and kill Americans. Thank you, Donald Trump. Look it up, James. If he didn't get asylum, they should have thrown him out. There we go. Handpicked Joe. So you think Venezuela is the only country too many to count? I don't understand that, Zach. But right on. If Venezuela isn't the only country. But of course, why shouldn't we just take on Venezuela? Maduro. I talked about this 10 years ago. What are you talking about? Well, now we're in the EU. Bert, the EU is interested in aligning their pocket, and I have no alliances with no nation. We didn't talk EU. Maybe I'm missing it, Joe. What's happened with the EU as the Europeans is we're throwing them out. We're throwing them out. Russia's attacking Poland. Russia's attacking Moldova. Russia's going after all of those European countries, supposedly our friends. Russia's killing Ukrainians every day, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What's going on, okay? Zeke, How are we going to close drug dens and meth labs in America when we are letting out the chief cocaine sponsor and terrorist who was president of Honduras and pumped cocaine into America? How are we closing it when we're sending him back to Honduras so he can send more cocaine here? You know what's happening, Joe? We're probably going to get a good deal on cocaine. That's what. That way he can say inflation's down. Cocaine doesn't cost as much, but I let the guy out at Honduras, and now the cocaine's going down in price, Joe. I have to assume that's where we are. Let's see. I love this chat. By the way, thank you, guys. This chat is absolutely tremendous. Left, right, green, red, yellow, I don't care. I love it. Oh, where did Kamala come from? Iris, we ain't talking Kamala. She lost. Bert, Trump is seeking peace for the people of Ukraine. What are you talking about? How are you seeking peace for the people of Ukraine when you say to them, you can't have an army, you can't have munitions, you got to give up your land? That would be like coming here and saying, we got to give up, well, Texas, so what? We got to give up Texas, we got to give up California, we got to give up New Mexico, we got to give up Arizona and give it all back to Mexico. Why don't we just, is that peace? And they were fighting us. Is that going to be peace? What are you talking about, seeking peace? He isn't. He's seeking money, Bert. We're back to where we were. All Donald Trump does is want money. And he's trying to make a deal with Russia, thinking he and Russia can make some deals and run with it. He isn't seeking peace for the people of Ukraine. He isn't seeking peace for the people of America. He isn't even looking to defend America. Because when you let the Russians do this and take over Ukraine and attack all of our other supposed friends who were our friends, now I question it because Trump threw them all out the door. That's not peace. That's hurting America. That's America so far down, Lance, it's horrible. I like you, Zeke. Keep going, Zeke. And the socialist what is this? We're not talking socialism here. Who said that? Dwayne. Here we go again, Joe, an attack. Are we talking Soviet? Are we talking socialist communist party stuff? No. We're talking America. We're talking about being protected. We're talking about no drugs coming here. That's what we're talking about. A bunch of idiots. Oh,
Guilty as charged.
No, I can't. I can't take it, Joe. I just can't take they call me an idiot.
Well, that ruins my whole day.
It is. Joe, I'm starting to cry. Do you have any Kleenex? It's really upset me to be called an idiot. Oh, gosh, I'm really upset. Rick, that's true. That's a long time ago. Who's arguing about that? About the only rich white people, property owners could vote. You're right. In fact, Rick, I think that's perfect. Rick, I like what Rick said. That's Devo. Now we're going, it's de-evolution. We're going back to only the rich people can do everything. Not only vote, they can buy things, they got the cash. They're going to run us. Do you realize how these people are going to run our lives with billions and billions of dollars while Americans can't get health care, Americans can't get food, and they're told starting next year that they're going to have to reapply for SNAP? How in America can we let people not have food, Joe? How in America do we force the American troops, the American military to get in line to have to get food? What are we talking about? Oh, here's Unforgettable. The Democrats, okay. That is hard. It takes a while to fix, more than 10 months. I'm sorry, Unforgettable. Oh, I see you were talking about the 240. That must mean you were talking about Unforgettable. Let's get this straight here, okay? Democrats didn't F anybody hard. Trump was the president before the Democrats, right? It's all politics. But it turns out that the Democrats didn't put money in their pockets. The Democrats didn't take food from people. The Democrats didn't shut down SNAP. The Democrats aren't denying people health care. The Democrats. Do you know the Democrats? Okay, there we go. Congress has to act. Do you not understand I don't understand the process. No, I don't know politics, Joe. I've never been involved in politics, Joe. Never, ever, ever. I know nothing about it. Why are you even talking if you blame the executive branch, the legislative branch? It isn't doing anything. Net, if you've listened to us, Joe and I, for like months, we've been yelling at the legislative branch. He puts it all in caps. We've been saying, why are they getting paid? Remember how many times did we say that, Joe? I quoted the Constitution because the Congress people want to get paid. They say, we have to get paid because the Constitution says we have to get paid. No, it doesn't. What the Constitution basically says is if you provide services, you have to get paid. But if you're on vacation for months and you do nothing, then BS, ball game over, you shouldn't get paid. So the legislative branch is a total joke. The entire group of them, joke. I totally agree with you, okay? But they're not going to act because they're owned by Trump. Okay, what is he a doctor of? What is Joe a doctor of? Joe Volpicelli is the leading addiction doctor in the world, as far as I'm concerned. And he's definitely one of the top. He is smart. He knows what he's doing. And he's a psychiatrist and he's a psychologist. And if you need somebody like that, that's the man to go to. Right there, I'm looking at him. That's the man to go to, okay? He's a real doctor. He's also the doctor of love. Okay, let's see now.
I am the doctor of love. I'm the doctor of understanding. I'm the doctor of trying to bring the country together, bring people together, and move us forward. And let's take a little bit of a break right now, bring it home, and keep in mind that the country is still a wonderful country. And I know there's a lot of angry people out there, and we need to channel anger into action. What are we going to do about it? And right now we can't change the administration, but what we can do is change ourselves and try and be nicer to each other. Don't be so angry to your family. Reach out to them. Use this time right now. It's coming on the holiday season to try to understand and to work together. And I love the people who don't agree with me, particularly if they can give me facts and show that I'm wrong about something. I love to be shown that I'm wrong, to be surprised. That's what life is all about, is the little surprises, that the things that you believe you find out that maybe you didn't know everything, and that's perfectly fine. So let's calm down a little bit and enjoy life. I mean, if anybody has a right to be angry, Mark and I had to suffer through 2 terrible football games over Thanksgiving. If anybody has a right to be angry, it's us. It's us, and we're still smiling, so you can smile.
Right on.
We have an album for today.
Almost. Give me one more second.
All right, go ahead.
CDS circle jerks. It's not Trump derangement syndrome. It's facts. Thomas, show us where we're wrong. Let me just pump through here and I'll get us out of here. Trump's running America like a business, his own, where he makes the profit. I love it. Spartans right there. Oh, man. Arthur. Did you see what Arthur said, Joe? Oh, my Lord.
Oh, what did Arthur say?
Trump blew Bubba. I don't know where he's coming from there, unless he thinks Bubba is Putin, but I don't think we should.
No. It's supposed to be
who
Clinton.
it is.
Apparently, there's pictures of it somewhere.
I know. Really? There are pictures? I don't know anything about that.
It's in the Epstein files.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know about that. Hey, Sparkus, hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Mike the Moore. We love Mike.
I know. Mike is back. It's
Mike,
great.
I love you. Instead of ear patch, maggots get drizzle out their mouth. What's Arthur saying, Joe? I don't know. We're just going right through the mosh pit here. Trump money going to go away. It's going to go away. Well, he'll keep it. But the guys around him, they're going to be indictments galore when Trump's out. When they lose and real people come in to run this country, people who care about this country. I don't care if they're Republicans. I don't care if they're Democrats. But they come in because they care about Americans. When they come in, there are going to be a lot of people in this administration who are going to taste it, and they deserve it. And Biden was such a success. Well, let's remember something, Ortho. How many hundreds of thousands of Americans died during coronavirus, during COVID, Joe? How many hundreds of thousands? Who was president when hundreds of thousands of Americans died, Ortho, during COVID? It wasn't Biden. It was Trump. Biden was a success. The deaths stopped with Biden. Trump tried to come up with his vaccine, and now they're saying vaccines are horrible. Why have a vaccine? Might as well
Trump did a nice job with fast tracking the vaccine.
But Joe, he's walked away from it.
Well, he should take credit for it. That was a good thing that he did.
No, it was good, but now they're getting rid of it. Now they're saying who has vaccines. This guy who runs it, he has the hair all over, like he looks like he's the guy at the head of the FDA. What is it, Prasad? Oh, with the smile. Hey, everything's bad. All vaccines are bad. This is bad. That's bad. Let's just have years and years and years and years of tests. The vaccines work. Polio vaccine works. Measles works. Mumps works. All that works. It's a jive. Pay people to come along. We're getting down here near the end. There we go. Well, Trump is deporting illegals, making our states. He's not making our states safer, Mike. What are you talking about? Prices are going down. Where's prices going down? I think he's only been on for about 10 months. Let's give them a little more. Mike, he came in and said, I'm doing everything at the beginning, and this is what he's done. Prices have gone up. Health insurance is out the door for people who can't afford it. Food lines are everywhere. We're killing people all over down South America. We're letting people die in Europe. We're letting Russia run with whatever they want to do. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Right. He did a great job. He stopped it at the border. Okay, let me get through here. Oliver North, that's who it was, Christina.
Right.
Thank you, Christina. I love you. I had thank her for us. I had a really bad senior moment. You're great. And that's what we're walking into now. An Oliver North type of situation down there if we do any type of bombing and starting with them. Smart around church are his lawyers. They aren't lawyers. Oscar, he doesn't have lawyers. He has the Heritage Foundation. Okay, keep telling you, I don't think YouTube Live is the best place to have a real discussion. Why not, Jake? We're having a real discussion here. We're talking, and we're taking you people in. It's great. Virgil, come on, Virgil. Whiny, here we go, another 5th grade response. They don't do it. 3 new high rises in the East. I love it, Kenneth. And you're going to call it Trump high rise? I love it. 0 national women got killed under Biden. That's so true. You talk about it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oliver, we got some really good people here, Joe. We got really good people. Joe, I'm going to blow in here. It's time for a little music. Time to let everybody see what's happening. Wait a second. Because they have faith. That's why they have less facts. They don't need them. They rely on them. Did you see that, Joe? From Jake? I have a minor in psychology, right on, and I believe that majority MAGA is Christian because they have faith, quote, in Trump. That's why they have less facts. They don't need them. They rely on faith. What good does faith do you when you can't eat? What good does faith do you when you don't have health insurance? What good does faith do you when you can't have?
I think faith is important.
Yep.
I just don't think Trump has his finger on true Christianity. If you read what Jesus had to say, it's not at all consistent with what Trump does. But
I don't think that's
another issue.
That's very good, Joe. But I don't think that's what he's saying here. I'm saying you're using the word faith as if it's just faith.
Oh, just confidence in or something like that.
Right. Instead of looking at the facts, I just have faith in them, and that's it.
Okay.
John, Democrats side with cartels and human trafficking. John, what human trafficker do Democrats side with? Please tell me. This is John Eagleian, whatever. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Democrats side with cartels and human trafficking. What cartel and human traffickers do they side with? You want to tell me? Like the human trafficker they found the pizza place years back, the guy showed up with a gun? What are you talking about? Okay. Policy you agree with. Les, I love your Ortho. With the cussing, Ortho. We love you. Okay. Here we go. We're rolling. Let me put it this way. We have put out a lot of facts, but I'm going to put out a new fact. I don't know if Joe's into this. You see, Joe is like a pop guy. It's like, I'll tell you this. When I'm driving back 13 hours on the road yesterday, Pink Floyd came on a few times. I had to turn it because I kept hearing ring, 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 alarm bell. I don't need an alarm bell when I'm driving. I want to give you, there was a time for like a year when jazz and rock came together in some incredible music. The Mahavishnu.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that. John McLaughlin. Absolutely.
Oh, the man. He's there.
Billy Cobham. Oh, fantastic. I
Billy
agree.
Cobham on drums could destroy the drums. Jerry Goodman on the violin. McLaughlin was an incredible guitarist.
Yeah, great guitarist.
Jan Hammer. Jan always made me yawn. Jan Hammer. I saw him play with some other people. He wasn't that good, but he's good, but he was boring. This album is so incredible.
It is a great
No words, no lyrics, but it just is. Just you hear jazz and rock. jazz and rock. The feeling is just, wow. You're sweating when it's over. Billy Cobham hits those drums so hard, your ears are like, ooh. McLaughlin takes the double-headed guitar and goes absolutely crazy. This is a group, one of the greatest groups of all time. And we saw them, Joe, the night of our pledge finals, pledge formals one night.
Oh, yeah.
Nils Lofgren opened up for him.
Grin.
It was Nils Lofgren. Nils had left Grin. Nils came to school twice. Opened up.
Okay, right. Yeah, you're right.
And then opened for these guys. And Nils, I love Nils, by the way.
Nils,
for all those you don't know, not only was Grin, he played with Neil Young and everybody. He is Bruce Springsteen's guitar player. But Nils is so good. He's got so much music. I just had to throw it in. He's from Bethesda. He's a Maryland boy. I love Maryland boys. Okay, so get this album. You got on here. It starts. Birds of Fire just starts. Because what happens is these guys, they go back and forth. One plays, the other play, and then they just come together. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Birds of Fire, which is, of course, the title sound. My favorite here, one word, Resolution. Sanctuary just gets sick, it's quiet. Then Open Country Joy, then Resolution just blows at you. These guys are incredible. Get this album. Listen to Birds of Fire. Forget everything else when you're listening to Birds of Fire. Forget Joe and I. Forget everything. Just blow out. Listen to it. Eat. Enjoy. We love America. Please subscribe to Just an American Citizen. Please subscribe to Joe. What's your now? What are you now?
What is it? Unleashed?
Joe is Unleashed.
Used to be Unlocked.
And rated. We don't know what Joe is. He's there. Just look up Joe Volpicelli. He's all over the internet. You want to know what's going on. But please go to Just an American Citizen. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe and listen to Birds of Fire. And remember, everything we've been showing you, we're going backwards. Are we not men? We are Devo. Are we not men? D-E-V-O. We're little snails with little tails. And what do I want to say today? I'm not sure. If you're square, we ain't there. We're back Wednesday. We're rocking. We love you. Thank you for our mosh pit. Thank you for all watching. Please tell people about us. Please just share us with everyone. You guys are the greatest. Joe, and that's the way it is.
Period.
We will see you Wednesday at 5.